Falcons would obviously need some big weeks ahead. They'd have to probably win their next 5 out of 6 games to get into the playoffs. But it's not going to be a blowout on either side. Neither team has the strength to do that to each other, in my opinion.
I totally agree. I want to go to the next game. The last one. The one that's kind of been the overrated matchup that's been hyped up on NBC at 5:30 Pacific time at night on Turkey Day, Thanksgiving. The New York Jets, the Gang Green, will be hosting the New England Patriots for the second and the last time. Well, we don't know if the Jets make the playoffs, but hey, that's what I think. I don't think the Jets are going to make the playoffs. Okay, I've called them the New York Not Yets because they cannot perform to their standard. It's been an atrocious season for the Jets. Rex believing in Sanchez for this entire season, riding with him. People are saying, Tebow, but the chants haven't worked. The defense is still atrocious. They win against the Rams impressively, but I don't think they have a chance against New England. Even if New England plays with half effort, I still think New England's going to win regardless, even if they win by a field goal. It's going to be a cakewalk for them, in my opinion. I think the Patriots are just going to wait for the Jets to crumble and stumble because you don't really need to create for yourself when you have a turnover machine in the New York Jets, in my opinion. I think the Jets, their season is down the tube. This is it. If they lose this, the season's basically over. I think the Jets have no ability or no opportunity whatsoever to win. Do you think they have any advantage over New England where they can use and possibly somehow come away with a victory at home?
Well, there's only one way they're going to win this game, in my opinion, and that is with Tim Tebow, and it's not with his quarterback play. He's going to have to call upon God to go out and really just wreck Tom Brady's body, maybe with one of those season-ending knee injuries like he had a few years ago. Tim Tebow's going to need to maybe call on Jesus and the Holy Spirit or Holy Ghost and say, look, I really need you guys to come in and do something. Maybe you can play on my team today, possess Jeremy Curley's body and make him a 7'6" lion today for me. Make him be able to catch everything. This Jets team has no chance of beating the Patriots. I repeat, no chance. Mark Sanchez is atrocious. I did not think he was an NFL caliber quarterback when he went to SC. I was so surprised. This was before the time where I was so interested. I was very interested in sports, don't get me wrong, but with NFL, I was not interested in draft stock at this point in my life. When he came out in the first round, I was so surprised. I was shocked. How can a quarterback like that, who never looked that great to me in college, be drafted so high? And he's just been mediocre his entire NFL career. Rex Ryan, early on, told him stop forcing plays. He stopped forcing plays. Well, the problem was he became a worse quarterback because of it, because he stopped taking chances. And then he became worse, so he stopped taking chances. But even when he was trying to be safe, he got picked off. Like you said, this is a turnover machine. And really, this defense is not as good as they once were. Darrelle Revis is hurt, and he has been for most of the season, and that's just killed this defense. I mean, Rex Ryan has got to fear for his job safety because his records really haven't been that great. So, in my prediction, I'm going to say the Patriots win this game. I don't know, 41-20, somewhere in that range.
No. Here's the reason why. Look, I'm actually a pretty big supporter of New England, but I know. Look, I've seen the story. I've seen the movie like a billion times, where Rex and the Jets. They say they have 2 Super Bowls each year. It's between both of them are against New England. They invest everything against New England. That's why I think it'll be way closer. But they won't win. New England really doesn't take the Jets as seriously as the Jets take the Patriots seriously. And I totally agree with you. It still stuns me to this day how Sanchez was picked in the first round. Yeah, I know he had great playmakers surrounding him, helping him out at SC. but that doesn't translate to the pro level. You're not going to have those luxuries. I'm shocked that the Jets, and actually, you know what? I shouldn't be surprised that the Jets make another mistake and they really hurt their franchise once again. I feel bad for the Jets, but then I kind of don't because they are a pretty cocky and bombastic team. So I don't know. I just think the Jets season is in chaos, but for Tim Tebow's sake, hey, I demand a trade tomorrow, okay? I do not want to be with Rex and the Jets for another 3 years. I think that's what his contract is. And
I think it's something like that.
I heard that he wants to stay for multiple years. He even said for 3 years down the line, or I've heard people say that, where they want to keep him long term. But hey, go to Jacksonville, go somewhere else. Don't stay with the New York Not Yets. That's just what I believe. Alright, you know what? We're going to come back very shortly. I want to discuss with Sam the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Every single year they play on Thanksgiving Day. Every year. But it's caused a little bit of controversy because some people say, well, the Lions and the Cowboys aren't currently the NFL's best. So why do they have to keep showing us Cowboys and Lions? I agree with you fans. I wonder if Sam does. We'll see in 30 seconds.
And we are back to discuss with you why the Detroit Lions and Dallas Cowboys are on TV. Cameron said the fans don't like it. Cameron doesn't like it. Well, you know what? I do like it, and here's why. The NFL is a storied league, and really, this is one source of tradition they still have. They had Thursday games. They had games in London. They're talking about bringing a team to London. But the Dallas Cowboys and Detroit Lions playing on Thanksgiving is a classic. They might not be the best teams in the NFL, but you know what? Their fans love them. In Dallas, it's a huge market. Everyone watches the Dallas Cowboys, even if you don't like them. For some reason, they were great way before, but they haven't been good in the last however many years. They're really good. They've been okay and had some decent teams. But for some reason, they're still thought of as America's team, so America watches them. And the Detroit Lions, I really can't explain to you why they're on Thanksgiving, but I like it. I think it's tradition. That's my opinion on it. Tradition.
I'm not a big tradition believer. I mean, look, I like the I think I like the Cowboys more than most people do, even though, I think they're okay in my mind, but I don't love them or hate them, but, I can understand that, but every single year can kind of get annoying. I like the NFL going 3 games for Thanksgiving. I know, for them, I think it's good marketability-wise, and they make more money that way, so that's good for them. I think they should do a Super Bowl rematch, where whatever the Super Bowl matchup was the year before, those two teams play again in Thanksgiving. That would make it very compelling. It would cause drama, be very competitive in the fourth quarter. Who knows what can happen? Big storylines. That will give the NFL a ton of more money, way more ratings, and will help them. Having the Lions and the Cowboys, look, the Lions the past few Thanksgiving games, it's been a snooze fest. It's been terrible. So they've got to find a way to either put Super Bowl rematches or just totally take those two teams out every single year. Maybe every 2 years, okay. But not every single year. I want to see a different team. I want to see the Baltimore Ravens, even though they played last Thanksgiving. I want to see a different team. I'll see the Cleveland Browns if I have to. I just don't want to see the Lions and the Cowboys again. That's the only problem I have.
I do like your point about having a Super Bowl rematch. That would be a great time to market the brand of the NFL. These are two teams that are probably still top teams in the NFL. I would like to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl or the Giants. Not in the Super Bowl, obviously. I don't like the Patriots, but I would like to see them on Thanksgiving. I'd like to see the Giants on Thanksgiving. They'd both be great teams to watch. Well, actually, the Patriots are playing on Thanksgiving, pardon me, but I'd like to see that type of thing where they'd have it. But like I said, it is, as one of the 3 games, you have 3 games. You don't actually have to watch the Cowboys or Lions game. You can watch whatever other game is in it. But you know what? Your Super Bowl point would be a good thing. However, like I said, I like having some semblance of tradition still in the NFL.
But, I mean, okay, if you have a guy who's... I mean, look, on Thanksgiving, it's casual, NFL watching. I don't see the whole thing, or, I just see, bits and pieces. But if you got a guy who's sitting at home, by himself, and he's, really intensely watching these 3 games, he's going to look and say, I'm kind of sick and tired of Lions and Cowboys. I know if you're a Lions fan and a Cowboys fan, you love it. And I'd agree. If I'm a Lions fan or a Cowboys fan, I want my team to be on Thanksgiving all the time. But let's be fair to the other teams, and let's be, kind of unbiased here. Let's keep it broad and wide so other, teams on the rise can be on the national spectrum. They've got to make it happen. That's just one of the things I wanted to discuss with you, and I want to come back on the program. We're going to discuss player safety. We'll be back in a moment after these messages.
Who's introducing this? You or me?
I'll do it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that. Alright, I didn't even know we were over with that commercial break, but even though Sam told me, I didn't even look there. Alright, we're back here on the C&S Show. All NFL for you. Players' safety. It's been the main concern in the NFL. All over the place, people are talking about player safety and how, it's been a big issue and they need to lessen concussions and all these type of things. What do you think of this whole NFL player safety issue and how teams, now, you're getting doctors really trying to be proactive and trying to find resolutions for less concussions. What do you think about the injury aspect of the NFL?
If you play football, you are subjecting yourself to these injuries. I do not like all the fuss about concussions, because it should be known, if you're going to risk your body, you're going to get concussions. If you get concussions, you're going to be in major trouble in later life. These NFL players make so much money that it should not be as big of a problem. Eventually, they will find a way to stop concussions in a much more effective way than what's going on right now. But if you risk your body to play in the NFL, or play in college football, or even play in high school or Pop Warner, you're doing it because you love the game, and you're going to risk your body. Player safety should not be made as big of an issue as it is right now, because these players are doing it to themselves. I read a really just incredible article on ESPN a couple years back. I can't even remember who it was by. It was such a long time ago. But it really discussed how concussions would eventually, the obsession with concussions, let me rephrase, will eventually cause the NFL to become defunct, for lack of a better word. It's going to end up struggling if we keep on limiting the contact. You're going to lose a lot of your audience, and eventually it's just going to end up being a regional sport that doesn't have a major sports league. It's not like, baseball or basketball where there's not as many injuries. Our recent injury craze is going to cause the sport to have some problems. That's my opinion on that. Cameron, what do you think on this?
I don't think it's going to become a regional sport. I mean, I cannot...
It's just a little far-fetched. I'm not saying that's going to happen anytime soon.
But, look, I just think you're right. You're taking a risk and you're signing up for the most grueling game there is. For 60 minutes, you're doing rigorous activity of